Mr. Adelema will listen so ìkànnì Success Radio. Tó bá ti ń sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí kó o máa ṣe kíni kó o máa gbọ́ torí ń gbọ́gbọ́ náà ń gbọ́gbọ́ ń sọ́sọ́ náà ń sọ́sọ́ má gbé kúrò níbẹ̀.
All right, thank you so much for being there. This is another Thursday morning. And a great morning, 26th of October 2023. We are back here on Eco Pointer. As soon as you hear that sound, you know the program. Eco Pointer is the program, Success Radio is the platform. And Kolawole Kayode is the anchor. On this program is where we share financial information, business news, and economic information. And you know, when it comes to money matters, it's everybody's business. Ẹni bá sọ pọ́rọ̀ owó kan kó nawọ́ sókè. Really, everybody is concerned when it comes to money. How you get money, how you make money, how does government spend money, how does government policy affect us? The essence of governance, there are two basic issues. Number one is the security of lives and property. And number two is the welfare of the people. And I can even say security is part of the welfare of the people. So we can summarize to say the essence of governance is the welfare of the people. We are back again. We came with a truckload of information to share with us on this program today. On Eco Pointer, if you're already there, please make sure you help us to like it and help us to share the program. Let your contact be involved. Let them have the right information that will help them. Information that will be of help to them in their finance, in their business. Never say you are not informed. As soon as you are connected to this program, surely you must be informed. And for every business decision, financial decision, economic decision, information and the right information is very, very important. I give you the headlines of business information that we have this morning. I got this information from the Business Day newspaper that says taxes on parallel market transaction seen to be fueling foreign exchange crisis. This one is again from the Business Day newspaper online. Petrol depot collapse on foreign exchange distribution crisis. petrol depot collapse on foreign exchange distribution crisis. This one is from the Vanguard newspaper, another financial information for you. Federal government food security empowers rice farmers in Ogun and Ebonyi states. This one is from the Punch newspapers. Diesel, jet fuel, rising prices threaten industries and airlines. This one is again from the This Day newspaper online. Sweden to fast-track work visas for Nigerians and other countries. The Nation newspaper is bringing this one onto us. Thank you. Thank you, Olateju Florence Adeni. Thank you for being there. We appreciate you. The Nation newspaper is bringing this information to us. Farm centers in 774 local councils in Nigeria. Adepoju Mariam, thank you for being there. Another headline is from the Nation newspapers. Infrastructure funding, capital market cash replaces foreign loan. This one is again from the This Day newspapers. I told you it is truckload of information that are business oriented, financial in nature, and economic in nature. From the This Day newspapers, Tinubu promises to clear foreign exchange backlogs. This one again from the This Day newspapers. Nigeria wins in UK court as judge quashes $11 billion P&ID award. All right, let's give the detail of information that we have this morning on Eco Pointer Success Radio Ibadan. And as you know, on this program, you can send your comment, you can ask questions, and we can discuss on issues that are not clear, especially economic, financial, and business. From the Business Day newspaper that says taxes on parallel market transaction is seen as fueling foreign exchange crisis. A proposal to introduce excise taxes on parallel foreign exchange in Nigeria has been met with a lot of criticism. Economists says it will fuel further foreign exchange crisis in the country. The excise tax that we talk about was recommended by Presidential Fiscal Policy and Tax Reform Committee, chaired by Taiwo Oyedele. Economists all over the countries are saying anything that limits access to dollar will cause fewer dollar to come through official channel and promote the use of parallel channel and put pressure on the naira. If you remember that Nigeria has been grappling with scarcity of dollars since 2016 due to crash and fall in the price of oil globally. And not only that, due to pipeline vandalization, Nigeria not been able to meet up with OPEC quota given onto it. What is this information trying to tell us? We're informed that the Presidential Fiscal Policy Committee that was chaired by Taiwo Oyedele, they've come up with an idea that any transaction that is done in the black market, the black market referred to here is the foreign exchange market, the parallel one, the black market where people exchange naira to dollar and dollar to naira. You remember in recent time, majorly the problem of Nigeria has been this issue of foreign exchange, because everybody is saying from the official channel, the official market, the CBN, they are not able to get dollar, so everybody rush to the parallel market, the Sabos of this world, the bureau de change of this world, to get dollar to transact whatever they need to do, pay school fees, pay for their imports, and many other transactions. Now, the Presidential Fiscal Policy Committee is saying every transaction that goes on in the parallel market of the foreign exchange should be taxed. There should be excise tax on them, because most of them are using it to import materials, and for those materials we should tax them. We should tax those transactions. But economists are saying if the government should go in that line, that tax will put more pressure in the parallel market. It will raise the price of naira to dollar. Yes, it will add more pressure. Now, since there is not enough dollar available from the official channel, since there is not enough dollar available from the CBN for the people that want to do international transactions in Nigeria, when we begin to tax the only means that they are using, it will bring more trouble in that place, and the price of dollar to naira or naira to dollar, particularly naira to dollar in the parallel market, will go up. And when that happens, prices of goods and services will again go up. Don't forget, Nigerian kind of inflation is import-driven inflation. That is, most of the increase in prices locally is because we depend solely on imported materials, and so whatever the dollar we need to import those materials, if the price of dollar go up, the price of those items will also go up. And as we say, another issue that Nigeria is having with the issue of dollar is that the crude oil that we sell to the world market to bring dollar into the country, Nigeria has not been able to sell enough. Nigeria has not been able to meet OPEC quota. The OPEC quota given to Nigeria is about 2.2 million barrels per day. But Nigeria at the moment has been able to, sell about 1.8 or less million barrels per day. And that is one of the reasons why Nigeria is having shortage of dollar in to do our transactions in Nigeria. But I'm thinking of something this morning. And what am I thinking about? I'm thinking of if Nigeria could not make up with the OPEC quota, if Nigeria is still having about 500,000, 400,000 barrels per day to make up the OPEC quota, that amount, can't Nigeria sell that amount to other countries who are oil producing? That's right, we could sell it and get money from that. Instead of just losing that right, we are not being able to produce enough, we are not, using our right, and we are not giving it out to somebody else. Just as it appears in the Bible, where the Lord of that servant said, if you are not using the talent I gave you, you could have lent out this talent to somebody else to use, and at least I will have interest. Since OPEC has given Nigeria right to produce, and Nigeria is not able to produce up to that level, now the margin of deficit that Nigeria is not able to produce, why not Nigeria sell it? And by selling it, at least we get something from that sales. All right, we continue this morning. This one again is from the Business Day newspapers. The information is saying petrol depot collapse on foreign exchange and distribution crisis. %90 of private depot in Nigeria have shut down operation due to lack of supply caused by currency volatility and problem of local distribution. Mohammed Salahuddin, the executive director of Northwest Petroleum and Gas Limited, said only 10% of the licensed importers could do so due to high dollar exchange rate. He said NNPC that import do so in small quantity, that is NNPC bringing small quantity, so marketers had to queue to get supply from the NNPC. You see, this is signaling a negative sign to the economy of the nation, particularly to the petroleum industry, if the oil marketers are not able to bring in oil. And we'll be hearing information in this form for some weeks now. Oil marketers have been saying the cost of bringing fuel, petrol in particular, to Nigeria has been too sinful, too high, and that's why many of them could not operate. If they have to go by that cost, they may be selling petrol at 800 naira per liter. And this information this morning also is going in that line. The oil marketer, one of them, Mohammed Salahuddin, the executive director of Northwest Petroleum and Gas Limited, is saying 90% of importers, private oil depot, they are not in operation. Why? Because they don't have supply. Just about 10% of them who only get supply. Maybe those are the ones who are able to get dollar at the official rate. So the rest of the 90% could not get dollar bought at the official rate. And the NNPC who could give the depot supply is not also having enough fuel that can serve all the independent marketers. So many people have to queue. Bribery, corruption again have to come in. A lot of hanky-panky game will come in there. And so Nigeria is still having a lot of challenges when it comes to petrol in Nigeria. There has been a lot of information recently that the price of petrol in different parts of the country has really gone up. information is from the Punch newspapers. This one is saying oil marketers blame Forex on, yes, say oil marketers, they blame Forex, that is the foreign exchange market in Nigeria. The oil marketers are saying the reason they could not do so well in their own business and the reason the price of petrol has been going up and up and up and it's been affecting their own business is because of the foreign exchange, particularly the exchange of naira to dollar. The price of naira to dollar has been going up. That is, as we speak, the exchange rate of naira to dollar has gone above 1,000 naira, dictated by the parallel market. And the oil marketers are saying, as we speak, the only way out that will be of help to the country is for the government to fix the refineries, for the government to work on the refineries and let the refineries come up and produce petrol, diesel, kerosene, aviation fuel for us, and engine oil. Let the refineries produce for us in this country called Nigeria. Federal government food security empowers rice farmers in Ogun and Ebonyi states. The Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security has trained and empowered about 100 rice farmers in Ebonyi and Ogun State. The farmers were given inputs after their training, as such input like high-yielding rice seed. They were also given herbicide to kill weed. They were also given sprayers to help them spray herbicide on their farms. The training were held in separate locations in Ogun State and in Ebonyi State. Charlie Berry, thank you for being there. We appreciate you. You can send your comment, you can send your question. It's like the federal government is fulfilling parts, maybe we say step by step, pass a pas, as they say in French, that they're trying to boost agriculture in Nigeria. 100 farmers in Ogun State, in Ebonyi State, all the rice producing areas, 100 farmers were trained on how to mass produce rice in this country. They were also given high-yielding rice seed to help them. Not only that, these farmers were given herbicide and sprayer to help them spray herbicide on the farm to kill weed, so that their farm will do well and perform very well. My question is this: if these farmers, if they effectively make use of the knowledge and the tools they were given, possibly there will be change in Nigeria. But the problem is this: how well will they make use of it? Even the Ministry of Agriculture, who has empowered them, how well are they monitoring them? How well are they supervising them? What about the second touch, coming back to see if these farmers are getting the right knowledge as they have been taught? And this is sending information to as many who are complaining of no job, no business, no money. You see, the federal government is ready to train farmers in rice production. You too could be of, you could take advantage, go there. Right here in Ibadan, there is federal government secretariat in Ibadan here. Yes, it is here. Around the Kolawole there, around gates. Ask, you will be directed. If you go there, ask questions. Okay, I want to do training in agriculture, maybe in cassava planting, maybe in goat rearing, and many others like that. So you could take advantage of what the government is doing in that line. Part of what I have seen is that for training and for knowledge, it is not scarce in this country. The problem we have is implementation. Are the people making use of the knowledge? Is the government also encouraging them? And so many other things like that. This one is like a good news for the people in the japa industry. You know what I mean by people in the japa industry? Majority of Nigeria already in that industry. Everybody looking for how to escape the shore of Nigeria. No blame for anybody. It is normal with human to look for greener pasture. Sweden to fast track work visa for Nigerians and other nationals. Sweden is introducing new model to reduce work permit complication for highly skilled workers from outside the European Union. This will make application for work permit in Sweden by foreigners to be decided in about 30 days. This information is coming from the Swedish Migration Agency and reported by Business Day newspaper, and you are hearing it on Success Radio Eco Pointer in Ibadan. This is saying there will be no more delay when it comes to people, especially foreigners, Africans, Asians, Nigerians inclusive, as many countries outside the European Union that are seeking migration to Sweden and they want to get work permit. The information is saying Sweden is also fast tracking to ensure that they can get this work permit without any further delay. Within a range of 30 days, people could get work permit to come and work in Sweden, especially the highly skilled workers, the nurses, the doctors, the teachers, the engineers, the electricians, and many other ones like that. But hey, please, before you jump at the opportunity, make sure you are dealing with the right kind of agent so that you not be duped and your money will not go down the drain. This information is from the Punch newspaper. It says diesel, jet fuel, rising prices threaten industries and airlines. aviation fuel sell for about 1,000 naira at the moment. Factories shut down in Kano, Ogun State, Anambra State, even Oyo State. Do you know, as we speak, so many people could not go out with their vehicles because the price of fuel is too high. Have you noticed that products that come from companies, is either they increase the price or they reduce the quantity or they do both of them? Why? It is because the diesel they use to operate their generators and their engines, their machineries, the price is becoming too sinful. And that is making a lot of companies, industries to shut down in Nigeria. So we call on the government of the federation, the government at the state level and at the local government level, they need to fast track work on energy. Yes, electricity. If electricity is available for Nigerians and industries and companies, at least the prayer, the demand for diesel will be less. If electricity is available at least 18 hours in 24 hours, Nigeria will feel a sign of relief. But as we speak, electricity is not so much available in this country. Still on that information, telecoms operator, they use 40 million liters of diesel monthly, and Manufacturers Association of Nigeria is saying there is likelihood that the price of calls, text messaging, internet, data may go up. Why? Because the telecom industries, they use up to 40 million liters of diesel in a month. And you can imagine at 1,000 naira per liter, that is 4 billion, 40 billion naira spent on diesel in a month. And in a year, that goes to 40 times 12, that's 480 billion naira spent on diesel alone by telecom and telecommunication industries in Nigeria. You are still connected on Success Radio in Ibadan. Eco Pointer is the program. This information is from the Nation newspaper. Farm centers in 774 local councils to take off very soon. The Vice President, Federal Republic of Nigeria, Kazim Shettima, has said in the United States of America on Tuesday, he said the federal government plans a mechanized farm centers in 774 local governments all around Nigeria. There will soon be mechanized farm centers where tractors will be available, modern farm implements will be available, and that mechanized farm center will attract a lot of youth, a lot of unemployed people to come and work. Maybe it will also include implement, equipment, that private farms can go there, borrow it, use it, and return. He said when it comes to agriculture, he was speaking in USA on Tuesday. He said when it comes to agriculture, Nigeria is the best place to invest money. He was trying to speak to investors over there, Americans, Africans, Asians, and the rest of them. He began to give reasons, and he said there are about 70 million hectares of land in Nigeria that are underutilized, which amount to 75% of the total landscape in the country that are not yet utilized properly, which means with all the agriculture we are doing, Nigeria is still able to fully utilize just about 25%. Really, that shows there are a lot of opportunities in this country. And that is saying if somebody come bring money into Nigeria, they will be able to get a lot of profit. Still from the Nation newspapers. Infrastructure funding. Capital market cash replaces foreign loan. The federal government will explore capital market opportunities to finance infrastructure deficit in Nigeria. Who was saying this? The Vice President Kazim Shettima said it is better to get funds through local capital market instead of the foreign loan. Using local fund is better than foreign borrowing. He said this in Lagos during the 3rd West African Capital Market Conference. And is informing people at the conference that Nigeria will start taking opportunity of the capital market cash to finance the infrastructure need of Nigeria. He said it there, or report has it, that the infrastructure deficit in Nigeria will need about $3 trillion to finance. About $3 trillion is needed to fund the needed infrastructure for Nigeria, so that Nigeria could be up to date when it comes to road, rail, electricity, energy, and so many hospitals, schools, yes, and so many infrastructure that we need in this country. Hey, but where do we get that kind of money? $3 trillion. Wow. If you are to go by the current exchange rate, that would be 3 quadrillion naira. That would be about 3,000 trillion naira. That's over by 3 quadrillion naira. Those are the amount of naira or the amount of money that tear the book where you write them. All right, this again is from the This Day newspapers. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu promises to clear foreign exchange backlogs. This promise was coming on Monday, 23rd of October 2023, that the President of Nigeria has promised to clear foreign exchange future contract backlog. And this backlog has been having a negative effect on the investors' confidence in Nigeria because of the backlog of what's supposed to go to investors in the past that Nigeria has not paid them. New investors seems to be having a doubt on the prospects and the profitability and the future of their investment in Nigeria. Now President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has said he's going to clear all the backlog of outstanding forex that Nigeria is owing, and when it does that, more investors will be confident that Nigeria is a good place to bring their money and to come and invest. And when that is done, more jobs will be created, more economic activities will come up in this country. Don't forget, recently, the federal government said they want to shoot the Nigerian economy to a 1 trillion naira economy within the shortest possible time. At the moment, we're around that 500 billion, we're around that $500 billion economy, but they want to shoot Nigerian economy to $1 trillion economy. Yes, so that we'll become the biggest economy in Africa, and from there, they can shoot it further to $3 trillion economy within the decade. This is to tell you that a lot of things are moving, a lot of activities are going on. Don't sit back in your house and say nothing is happening and Nigeria is no good. Stop saying that. Move out there. You too go and seek your own opportunities. Yes, opportunities come for people who are ready for it. You too go there and bring your creativity to fore. Put in something, take your risk, and God willing, you too will hit your luck and your opportunity will become blessings for you. All right, before we go this morning, this one is from the This Day newspapers. The information says Nigeria wins in UK court as judge quashes $11 billion P&ID award. Process and Industrial Development Limited P&ID company had agreed with Nigerian government in the year 2010 to establish a gas processing plant in Calabar, that is in Cross River State. But eventually that deal collapsed. The gas plant was not set up, was not built, and the OD collapsed. And the company, Processing and Industrial Development Limited, took Nigeria to court, and they said the deal collapsed because Nigeria failed to fulfill its own part of the contract. And that's what they call breach of contract. And when there is a breach of contract, there is punishment for it. That is what P&ID Limited did, and they took Nigerian government to court, and the court then awarded a damages of $6.6 billion against Nigeria. The Nigeria has to pay to P&ID Limited. Not only that, there will be pre and post judgment interest. The delay during the period, the delay after the judgment, while Nigeria is delaying to pay that money, there will be another interest of 7% annually on that money. And as we speak, the money had gone up due to the interest. The money had increased to $11 billion that Nigeria should pay to P&ID Limited, Process and Industrial Development Limited. But Nigeria took it up, and Nigeria applied for extension and relief from sanction, and Nigeria got it. And now by 2020, the case went back to arbitration, and the Nigerian lawyers, they argued in court that the contract from the start was obtained by P&ID through corruption, because P&ID, they bribed Nigerian officials. That's how they got the contract, which supposed not to be initially. On their own side, P&ID were arguing that Nigeria was alleging them falsely, that what Nigeria was saying was false allegation, and they accused Nigeria of this false allegation in court. But at the end of the day, after all the cases went on and on and on, this week in UK court, the court quashed the sanction that was made against Nigeria, $11 billion. Now Nigeria is to pay to P&ID has been quashed by the UK, the English court right there in the UK. So Nigeria is no more paying $11 billion to P&ID because the judge there also reasoned along with evidences provided by the Nigerian lawyers, by the lawyers representing Nigeria, that indeed, yes, P&ID, they bribed Nigerian officials. Now my point is this: if it is true that P&ID bribed Nigerian Nigerian officials to get the contract, which had been validated by UK court, it also means that those officials that were bribed should be identified right here in Nigeria, and they should be punished. If P&ID had been denied the payment of $11 billion, those people that were bribed as validated by the court in UK should be identified, should be sanctioned, should be fined, should be jailed. And I must say that we all look forward to see that happen. Yes, because it has been established in court that some people were bribed, which means they collected the bribe and they issued the contract. All the people that issued the contract, all the officials who collected the bribe should be jailed. They should be sanctioned. If Nigeria is, to prove to the world that they know what they're doing, and we put this demand on the current government of Nigeria, led by Bola Ahmed Tinubu, that all the officials that have been validated, yes, in court, that they collect bribe must be sanctioned. Yes, must be dealt with. Those that need to go to jail should go to jail. Everybody involved must be identified, exposed, and dealt with. That is to prove to UK that yes, we know what we are doing. If that is not done, then I'm sorry, it will appear, that Nigeria does still not know what they are doing. All right, on this note today, we shall call it quits on the program Eco Pointer on Success Radio in the city of Ibadan. My name is Kolawole Kayode. We look forward to having you again by next Thursday, 11 a.m. in the morning till 12 noon. All right, with me in the studio that I've been helping you to hear me clearly is Samuel, my studio producer. My number for you to get in touch with me for more information, for adverts, for questions, for comments is 07053706276. 07053706276. I look forward to having you again by next Thursday, 11 a.m. in the morning. Bye for now.